Well, hello there. It's that time again. Yes, it is. It is time for our weekly tarot and astrology reading here on this cloudy Sunday morning of April the 3rd of 2022. As usual, I'm going to go over some Tarot de Marseille tarot cards that I drew at random for our upcoming week, followed by some astrology. And as always, it will be interesting. Yes, indeed. So please stay tuned. Okay, in a moment, 3 Tarot de Marseille trump cards are going to come onto the screen and more or less cover my face. The cards I drew at random for this week's reading from the CBD Tarot are the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Priestess. Now this is very striking. Last week, we had the first two cards in the same order. Wow. Yes, we had the Wheel of Fortune, we had the Empress in the same exact positions. This happens very rarely on the blog. And when it happens, I take it as a message, a powerful message from Spirit, because I do randomize and shuffle the cards very, very well. So I don't accidentally load the deck. Okay? So, the cards that we have here are, again, the Wheel, the Empress, and the Priestess. Now, it's interesting to look at this in more detail this week. The figure at the top of the wheel, this fellow holding his sword, has a small crown. He's not in a particularly good position, though he thinks he is. He thinks he's on the top of the world. The wheel is turning, and this fellow is going to wind up, our so-called king, is going to wind up doing a faceplant. Now, the Empress wants nothing to do with this. She's facing away from it. She's got her shield up as if to bar this whole influence from entering her sphere. And she has a bigger crown on. Okay, so maybe there's a bit more wisdom there. She's holding her scepter in the same position as the figure on the wheel is holding his sword. And she's much larger. So she's growing her understanding, and she no longer needs whatever the wheel has to offer, whether it is a sense of grandiosity, unwillingness to really face our position, or just simply the quote-unquote wheel of events. The Empress seems to be receiving instruction from the Priestess, who's holding open a book, facing her, looking at her with compassion. And on the head of the Priestess, there is a triple crown. There's an even larger crown, so we could perhaps say this is more knowledge, more experience, more wisdom. So this is a week in which we can get past mistakes, wrong perceptions, arrogance, whatever we want to call it, and we can come into our own in wisdom and understanding and in self-knowledge. So if we listen to ourselves and bar out the chatter, I think we'll probably be okay this week. Okay, now we take a look at the astrology. We just had new moon on Friday. Yay, I like new moon. Bringing in new energy, bringing in the waxing power of the moon to manifest, to attract things that we want to have in our lives. We have a couple of days here that are particularly strong. Wednesday, we're going to have the moon in good relationship to several planets, including Venus. Practically all the planets will be in good relationship with the moon. So this is going to be very, very powerful. The moon is not in good aspect to Jupiter. May not be the greatest day for an abundance ritual, but Mercury, ruler of Wednesday, does rule magic, communication, okay, and healing. So these are things that are good to work on Wednesday. And then we come to, what was it I was looking at now? I'm sorry, there was another day that I thought was, oh no, it was Monday. I got to skip backwards. Monday, the moon, which rules Monday, okay, Angel Gabriel, the moon will be in the sign of Taurus, in which it's exalted. So this would be a good day for lunar magic, for anything associated with the moon, or even for that matter, magic in general. So we have some good energies coming up and some really wonderful things we could work on. Okay, well there you go. There's your weekly tarot and astrology reading. I love you. I appreciate you. Till I see you next week, many, many blessings.